welcome to Garrison Red.
How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? First, I want to give y'all a little bit about myself. As you heard, my name is Garrison Red. I'm a motivational speaker, a model, a Paralympic athlete, an equal rights advocate, and one day I will be the mayor of New York City. I founded an organization called the Garrison Red Project because I felt there was a need for children to have access to free resources and free advice in order to propel them to achieve their aspirations. You see, when I got injured 13 years ago, I was unaware of all the services that New York City had to offer individuals that are disabled. Also, I was unaware of all the hardships that I would experience being disabled. So I went on to go to school. I went to a city university, and I graduated with my bachelor's degree in finance. But along that time, I've noticed a lot of issues involving inclusion. I noticed that schools weren't totally accessible for individuals that are disabled. In particular, the university I went to had a steep hill, which was approximately 100 feet, and I would have to travel up that steep hill through the snow, through the rain, through sleet, through hail, through any weather conditions. That's when I realized, what if someone that doesn't have the strong upper body that I have, how are they able to get to class? How are they able to achieve success? And that's when I decided to start my organization, which is called the Garrison Red Project. My cousin and I was thinking, how can we make an impact on the world? Because you're often remembered by the things that you do. You're not remembered by how much money you made, or how many houses you bought, or how many cars you bought, but you're remembered by how many people's lives that you touched. So on my journey in advocacy, what I started out doing was promoting health and fitness, because I noticed that there are twice the amount of individuals in this world that are disabled that are obese. So I figured that maybe if I could give them an opportunity, you know, showcasing how I work out in order for them to imitate how I work out to better their lives, it will be real impactful for the community. So along with that, along with my journey and just changing my mindset on bettering other people's lives, I started meeting incredible individuals. And one of the individuals I met is this gentleman by the name of Ben Fine, who saw me as a model and not just a person in a wheelchair. And through that, we gained a lot of attention, but most of all, we inspired a lot of other individuals that was disabled to go after whatever they choose to and whatever they plan on doing, because you could be anything in this world if you put your mind to it. So along the course, I also I joined the Paralympic wheelchair racing team. Now, I was unaware of any sports because here in New York City is very big, but there's not a lot of avenues you could go when you're disabled to find insight on things that you are able to do and things that you are able to attend. So through the Paralympic team, I actually competed in a meet in powerlifting, and that's when I found the gift. I'm 16th in the world in powerlifting in my weight class. And Team USA reached out to me immediately asking me to join their team. So then I thought, how can we expand this? Because there's a lot of individuals that's in my predicament currently right now in New York City, and they didn't really know of how could they join different teams, how could they go about modeling, how could they go about acting, or they just wanted advice on how can they be an individual living in New York City. So as I started reaching out to the community and explaining to them all the avenues that they would have to take and how they can go about it, I started meeting other incredible people along the way. So that's what led me to doing a TED Talk where I explained the issues that go on in New York City. Now, I have my bachelor's degree in finance, and to say, till this day, I cannot find a job in New York City. I done applied to different city agencies, and then of them will fall back after I go on an interview. So then I viewed people was more concerned in being sympathetic about my disability than actually getting to know who I am as a person, the ability that I can create for their company. So through that, I started meeting other incredible people that was experiencing the same issues that I experienced in New York City and trying to find employment. And at that point, that's when I realized that my destiny wasn't to work behind a desk and take orders. My destiny is to let people know of the issues and the hardships that disabled individuals face in this society today. As y'all may know, if you try to take a subway, because the key to success is to get there on time. And our subway system isn't the most adequate because a lot of times the elevators are broken and there's no way for you to travel. So that's why I created the life hack, which other individuals in wheelchairs probably do as well, of traveling up escalators. Because I felt that if I could take an escalator just to get to my event on time or whatever I need to get to on time, I felt that I need to showcase that to other individuals. And hopefully in an effort for MTA to create more accessible subway stations. Now, I do want to turn this over for a bit to my cousin Garfield Williams, because he's going to provide you with his perspective of watching me go through my hardships in New York City.
Hi everybody, my name is Garfield Williams. I'm actually one of the biggest supporters of Garrison Red, and I want him to continue to do what he does for everybody, because one thing I've noticed that everybody loves him, and he's a great people person, and I push him to go forward so everybody can see him. Due to when he had his injury, I seen how he went through it. Was a little difficult through rehab and everything, but then also he still was fighting and pushing. Then after a while, he got out of rehab. He was driving, which was very impressive because I actually didn't know that they have assistive devices that can help people drive in wheelchairs. So I went from that to meet him going out, different places. He want to have fun, go to parties. We actually experienced certain situations where we tried to go into certain clubs and they weren't accessible, such as like the Highline Ballroom, which is actually around the corner from here. So situations such as that we have faced, and a lot of discrimination, we want to bring awareness to other people, where now we could talk to some of these businesses and making their place more accessible, where now not only people who are disabled can come there, but it's accessible for everybody. Whereas if you're an expectant mother, now a place that has a staircase, that has an elevator, where it's much more easier for you to travel up and down instead of walking up a flight of stairs. Pretty much, we push to do more for the community, look for new ideas to see how we can get people to come outside and come together. But now you're not looked at differently, and educate everybody on other people's situation, how you can actually help them and make this place a better world all over. Any more questions?
Anybody have any questions? One thing I want to tell everybody today is never take no as an answer. So when someone tells you you can't do something, what you tell them is, watch me. And if anybody have any questions about the Garrison Red Project, feel free to ask me.
Yes.
Feel free to ask me about my disability. I'm very open about it because I feel that the only way individuals will become educated on people with disabilities is if they actually have knowledge of what a disability entails. Yes?
Can you tell us about some of the resources that you offer through the Garrison
Okay,
Red
so
Project?
I do point individuals in a proper direction. So if they're looking for certain resources such as employment, I do inform them that they can take a look at the New York City Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities. I mean, being that I didn't have success, I would never deter anybody else because the opportunity may be fit for them and not so much a fit for me. Also, I refer them to the New Jersey Navigators. It's a sports program, a Paralympic sports program team. They offer a lot of resources as well as just coping and letting individuals know that you still can be athletic even though you might have a physical impairment or a mental impairment. Also, I provide motivational speeches for any individual that just needs to hear something positive in order to propel themselves to achieving success. So I do provide that as well. And also consultation services. Any employer that's willing to reach out and just want to know what's a reasonable accommodation or what's an adequate reasonable accommodation. I do provide them with insight as well to that. All right, no other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Garfield, as well as Garrison. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far. We're going to take a break, and then at 2 o'clock we will reconvene to hear more from our guest experts. Thank you.
All right. Hey.
World famous. Blah, blah.